Good morning, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about generics in Java. Generics in Java. Generics concept introduced in Java 1.5. Generics introduced in Java 1.5 version. Generics are used to provide type safety. Generics are used to provide type safety. Using generics, we can achieve type safety. What is the type safety that we need to understand? So today we are going to talk about generics. Generics introduced in Java 1.5 version. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Generics are used to achieve type safety. And using generics, we can write the program independent with the data types. Using generics, we can write our classes independent of data type. Independent of data type. Sir, what is the meaning of that? Suppose if I take public void m1, if I am taking integer I. So this method is dependent on integer data type. Sometimes I want to pass integer as a data type. Sometimes I want to pass string as a data type. But this method is tightly coupled with the integer parameter. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Using generics, we can write our classes which are independent on data type, which are independent of data type. Currently, I have created a method public void m1. This method is expecting integer as a parameter. If I want to pass a string as a parameter, if I want to pass a double as a parameter, that is not possible here. My method, the above method is taking integer as a parameter. The above method is taking integer as a parameter. Integer as a parameter. It is tightly coupled. It is tightly coupled. If I want to pass string as a parameter, if I want to pass string as a parameter for m1 method, it is not possible. Why? Because method is expecting integer as a parameter. We can pass only integer number to call the method. But my requirement is sometimes I want to pass integer as a parameter. Sometimes I want to pass string as a parameter. Sometimes I want to pass double as a parameter. So here, can I pass string as a parameter for m1 method, guys? Can I pass string as a parameter for the m1 method? I cannot pass a string as a parameter for m1 method. I cannot pass a string as a parameter for m1 method because m1 method is taking integer as a parameter. Okay, let me go for demo class. Here I am having demo class. In this class I'm having a main method. In this class I'm taking one public void m1 method. In this m1 method I'm passing integer I as a parameter. System.out.println I value, whatever the parameter param received, whatever the parameter it received, it is printing that parameter. M1 method is available. Now let us create the object for that demo class and let us call that m1 method. Demo d is equal to new demo d dot m1 of 10. 10 is a number which is a integer type. 10 is a number which is a integer type. Parameter received 10. Yes, m1 is a method which is expecting integer as a parameter. System.out.println parameter received I. Public static void main. I'm creating object for the demo class and I am calling the m1 method. d dot m1 of 10. Here passing into value, passing into value. D dot m1 of high, is it allowed or it is not allowed? Guys, am I able to pass into value to the m1 method? Yes, I'm able to pass into value to the m1 method because m1 method is expecting integer as a parameter. Here I'm calling m1 method with a string. Is it accepting? Is my compiler accepting my string value? No, my compiler is not accepting string value because method is expecting integer as a parameter. Okay, but sometimes I want to pass a string as a parameter, sometimes I want to pass integer as a parameter. In such a scenario, instead of declaring the data type directly, we can go for generic. Generic means any type. Generic means any type. Generics introduced in Java 1.5 version. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Using generics, we can write our classes which are independent of data type. We can write our classes are methods which are independent, we can write our classes variables, methods which are independent of data type. I'm taking public void m1. Method is taking integer. The above method is taking integer as a parameter. It is tightly coupled. If we want to pass a string as a parameter for m1 method, it is not possible. Compiler will not accept it. Will not accept it. To overcome this problem, we can go for generics in our Java. To overcome the above problem, we can use generics in Java. What is the concept, guys? To overcome above problem, we can use generics in Java. Are you clear? To overcome the above problem, we can use generics in Java. Perfect. Sir, how to write a generic for this? Let us see here. Instead of writing integer as a parameter, I will specify t as a parameter for that. I will specify t as a parameter for the method. What is the meaning of t as a parameter? What is the meaning of t as a parameter, guys? What is the meaning of that t? What is the meaning of that t? What is the meaning of that t? Here I'm going to take t obj. Like this, we are going to specify demo of t. Demo of t. Type. T means a type. Now, for the m1, I'm passing t as a parameter. For the m1, I'm passing t as a parameter. Now, demo dot m1 method, I can pass 10. Demo dot m1 method, I can pass a high. Demo dot m1 method, I can pass 100.51 like this. Now see here, demo of t, I'm representing type. That means demo object, demo class can hold any object. Demo class can hold any object. This t represents a type, demo of t. This is a diamond operator. This diamond operator is used to represent a type. Diamond operator is used to represent type. Demo of t, t of obj. Obj is a variable that obj can hold any value. And I'm taking a method. Here you see d dot obj is equal to, here I'm going to specify, instead of t of parameter, system dot parameter r, I'm going to print system dot out dot println of obj. System dot out dot println of obj. Okay, d dot obj is equal to, I can pass a 10. D dot obj is equal to high. I can pass any type of value. D dot obj is equal to high. I can pass a string value. I can store the string value to the obj variable. D dot obj is equal to 100.52, something like this. D dot obj. Okay. So like this, when I take t obj, m1 method, here for m1 method also, I can take t of I, t of arg. any parameter. That method can take any parameter now, because earlier I have taken method with integer as a parameter. Now I'm not taking integer as a parameter, I'm taking t as a parameter. T means a type, any type of value you can pass as a input for the method. See here, d dot m1, I'm passing 10, passing into value, passing into value. D dot m1, I'm passing high. What I'm doing here, passing string value, passing string value. D dot m1, I'm passing 100.51, passing double value, passing double value. D dot m1, can I pass true? Yes, passing boolean value, passing boolean value. So I'm calling a m1 method with different parameters. So my method is dependent on the data type, or my method is independent of the data type. Guys, my method is dependent on the data type, or my method is independent on the data type. My method is independent on the data type. Now let me print this param received. I'm going to print a parameter received. Okay, let's run this program. Run as Java application. Now, so T of obj. Okay, sorry, I need to print arg. I need to print arg. This is variable I'm not using anywhere. Now let me print this. Parameter received 10, parameter received high, parameter received 100.51, parameter received true. Sir, what is the data type of my method? If you see like this, here, what is the data type of my method? Here my method data type is, my method parameter is I. I is belongs to integer. So if I want to call this method m1 with 10, it is valid. If I call m1 with high, it is invalid. It is invalid. Why it is invalid? Method is expecting integer as a parameter. You can call that method with int value. If you call the method with int value, then only it is valid. If you call the method with a string value, it is invalid. To overcome this problem, I want to use generic. T represents a type. M1 method can take any type of argument. M1 method can take any type of argument. System.out.println parameter received. Whatever the argument we are passing for the method, that argument we are printing. Demo d is equal to new demo, passing into value. D dot m1 passing string value. D dot m1 passing double value. D dot m1 passing boolean value. Like this we are having a demo object. M1 method we are calling with different parameters. Can I call it as a generic type now? Can we call it as a generic type now? Sir, instead of T, can I write A? Instead of T, can we write A here? Instead of T, can we write A here? Still, is it working or not? So whatever the type you represent, you can take that here. So demo of A type, but generally people will use T. Instead of T, you can use any character also. But T represents type. So generally people will use type here. People will use type here. Okay guys. Now suppose if I take T arg1 comma T arg2. T arg1 comma arg2. Now I am going to perform arg1 plus arg2. I'm going to perform arg1 plus arg2. Then what is happening here? The operator is undependent for the arguments types. So this here we cannot perform plus because it don't know what type of argument it is going to get. You cannot directly perform the plus operator on these variables because we don't know what type of argument we are going to get. Now here we can represent that T of arg1, that is a generic type. T of arg1, that is a generic type, we can represent parameter received. So here I'm calling m1 with 10 into value, m1 method with a high string value, m1 method with a double value, m1 method with a boolean value. Yes, we are able to call. So what is the parameter of the m1? M1 method is generic parameter. M1 method is a generic parameter. Sir, here Instead of specifying this generic, can I store only string value? Yes, demo of string. If you specify demo of string, your method should take only string as a parameter. Now you can call M1 method with a string types we can call. Like this, we can decide that what type of parameter you need to pass for your methods. What type of objects your class can hold. Demo of T, demo class can hold any type of object. Demo class can hold any type of object. So that is called generics. So why we are talking about this is in future we are going to talk about collections. When we are going to talk about collections, in the collections we are going to use this generics concept. In the collections we are going to use this generics concept. So generic means generic value. Generic means a generic value. Now see here, I'm going to write one more program here. Class demo of T. T means what, guys? Type. Demo class can hold any type of object. Now I am going to represent T obj. T obj. Void add T of obj. Void add of T of obj. This dot obj is equal to obj. Then I'm going to get T of get. Then return obj. Okay. So now demo class can hold any type of object. Demo class can hold any type of object. I have a add method and I have a get method. What is this T? This T represents generic type. So demo class can hold any type of object. Now here what I will do is I will create the object for a demo. Demo D is equal to new demo. Demo D is equal to new demo. Here for the demo class, I will set integer. I want to store integer data in the demo, right? D dot add into value. D dot add of into value. Got it. Now what I will do? System.out.println D dot get. Now here I am telling that demo class is a generic class. Demo class can take any type of object. So here I'm telling that demo class should take only integer. This is called type safety. This is called type safety. This diamond operator is used to represent type safety. Tomorrow when we go for collections, we are going to represent a generic type. What type of data? Demo is a generic type. Demo class is a generic type. What is a generic? Generics are introduced in Java 1.5 version. Generics introduced in Java 1.5 version. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Using generics, we can write our classes with the independent of data type. Using generics, we can write our classes, variables, methods, which are independent of data type. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Using generics, we can decide what type of data we need to store into the object. Classes will be developed which are independent of the data type. Now you see demo class is created, demo of T. T means a type. Demo class can take any type of object. Demo class can hold any type of object. T obj. T means data type, any type. Obj is a variable. Add T obj. This dot obj is equal to obj. T of get, return obj. Here I'm taking a main method. Inside the main method, I'm creating object for the demo class. Demo of integer. What if I don't specify integer? You can store any type of data. If I don't specify integer, you can store any type of data. But what I want to tell is I want a type safety. T1, D1 object I have created. Demo of integer D1 is equal to new demo. Here I am giving diamond operator. This diamond operator represents what type of data you want to store. This diamond operator represents what type of data you want to store in the demo. Demo is accepting a generic data. That means you can pass anything. Demo class is independent on the data type. Demo class is independent on the data type. But I want to restrict demo should take only integer at this time. Demo of integer. This is a generic, right? Similarly, I am going to create one object like this. Demo of string D2 is equal to new demo. So D2 object should store only D2 variable should store only string value. I'm going to specify hi. System.out.println D2.get. Here for D1 I'm specifying as an integer. For D2 I'm specifying as a string. I'm specifying string as a data type. I'm specifying integer as a data type. I'm deciding type of data which should be stored into the object. That is called a generic. Generic means generic type. Now I'm passing 10, I'm passing high. Demo of T. Demo can take any type of data. Void add T obj get T. So whenever you call add method, what type of data you want to pass? When you call get method, what type of data you want to get? That I am deciding by using generic. Type safety. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Demo of integer. Sir, if I don't write the integer as a diamond operator, what is the meaning of that? If I directly create the demo without a diamond operator, what is the meaning? You can store any type of data, but I want to use D1 to store only integer. Demo is a generic. Demo class is a generic class. Demo class is used to store any type of object. Demo class is used to store any type of object. Are you guys clear with my point? Demo class is used to store any type of object. Any type of object. But here I'm specifying type safety. Demo of integer D1. D1 variable holding demo class object. In the demo class object, we can store only int data. Demo D2. D2 is belongs to string type. By using D2 variable, we can store only string data in the demo object. D1 and D2. Okay. So this is second example. Java program with a generic type. Java program with a generic type. Okay. Here I'm passing demo class of T. Sir, similarly, can we take two generics T1 comma T2? Yes, that is also possible. T1 obj1, T2 obj2, T2 obj2. Okay guys, now here I'm going to create demo class constructor T1 obj1 comma T2 obj2. This dot obj1 is equal to obj1. This dot obj2 is equal to obj2. So here I'm trying to create a demo class with two generics. I want two parameters, T1, T2, type 1, type 2. Now what I will do is I'm going to write one method to print the data. Void print. System.out.println T1 plus T2. Just I'm printing two values with a comma as a separator. T1 and T2. What is the meaning of T1 and T2? T1 is nothing but obj1. T2 is nothing but obj2. obj1 and obj2. Two objects. My demo class is taking two objects which are generic. You can pass any type of data. Now demo first parameter I will specify as integer. Second parameter I will specify as string. Demo D1 is equal to new demo. I will pass 101. First one is integer, right? 101. Name I will pass Ram. Here I will specify just empty diamond operator. Here I'm specifying that D1 object I'm creating. D1 can hold generic data. Generic data means it can hold int value, string value. Then let us call D1.print. Yes, 101 and Ramu I'm able to access. 101 and Ramu I'm able to access. Two parameters I'm passing. T1 obj1, T2 obj2. Demo class can hold two types of objects. Those are generic types. Data type independent. You can use any type of data. In the demo class, you can store any type of data. For example, let us see. I'm going to create a demo of double. I'm going to store a demo of double, or I can store demo of string, and I can store long is equal to new demo. String value, I will store Ashok, and long value, I can print some mobile number as a long value. Right, this one I can call it as D2. Now D2 dot print. D2 dot print. First time I'm using demo to store int data and string data. Second time I'm using to store string comma long. See, first time I'm storing int comma string. Second time I'm storing string comma long. That means I can use a demo class to store any type of data because demo class is a generic class. In the demo class, I can store any type of data. Here, I will specify type of data by using generic type. Okay, guys. Generics are used to write the programs which are independent on the data type. Generics are used to write the data which are independent on the data type. So here, whenever we are specifying a generic type, left side and right side also you can specify the generic type. But once you specify the generic type at the left side, specifying the generic type at the right side is optional. That's why I'm giving empty. If you don't want to give empty, you can write that both left side and right side also. You can write that both left side and right side also. But when you write the generic type at the left side, writing the generic type at the right side is optional. If you want, you can write it, or else you can remove it also, no problem. No need to write the generic type at the right side, because whenever we are creating the data type only, we are specifying what type of data we want to store into this object. Demo class. Demo class can take two objects, T1, T2. T1 can be anything, T2 can be anything. In the demo, first T1 should be integer, T2 should be string. When we go for a D2, first I can store string, second I can store long. Can I say now demo class is a generic class? We can store any type of data into the demo class. Guys, can I say that my demo class is a generic class which is used to store any type of data? Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Now, my demo class is depends on any data type, or my demo class is not depends on any data type. My demo class is dependent on the data type, or my demo class is independent on the data type. My demo class is independent on the data type. We can define what type of data we can store in the demo class. We can define what type of data we can store in the demo class. That is the beauty of generic. That is the beauty of generic. Now let us go for one class called array. In the Java, there is a class called array class is available. Array A is equal to new array. Array A is equal to new array. What is this array? Array predefined class in the java.lang.reflect final class object new instance is available. Not array, guys, sorry, array list. So there is a class called array list. Array list E AL is equal to new array list. What is the meaning of this E? Here I will tell integer. Now if you go to array list class, can you see there is a generic available? For the array list class, can you see there is a generic available? Yes, there is a generic available in the array list class. That means you can use array list class to store any type of data. Array list class is used to store any type of data. Similarly, my demo class is also having a generic. My demo class can store any type of data. So when we are going to work on the collections, array list is a collection. In the array list collection, we can store any type of data, but you specify what type of data you want to store first. So this demo is a generic. You can store any type of objects in the demo, but what object you want to store, you define that on your own. I'm giving the chance for you. My demo class is independent of the data type. You can store any type of data into my demo. You can store any type of data into my demo. You specify what type of data you want to define. I am giving the chance for you to define what type of data you want to store. How I am defining that? By using generic. Java developed one class called ArrayList class. Sun Microsystem developed one class called ArrayList class. Come on guys. Here Java, Sun Microsystem developed one class called ArrayList class. ArrayList is used to store the data. What type of data? You can store any type of data. Nothing but element. It can be any type. It can be any type. It can be any type. So here we can also create our classes which are generic. Generic means not belongs to any type. Generic means you can use it as per your requirement. Generic means you can use it as per your requirement. Now see, I have taken demo T1, T2, T1 type 1, type 2, T1 obj1, T2 obj2, demo T1 obj1, T2 obj2. When I am creating the demo object, what I am telling? D1 belongs to int comma string. Using D1 variable, we can store int value and string value. D2 string comma long. Using D2, you can store string value and long value. You can store string value and long value. When you run this application, first one is int comma string, second one is string comma long. Because my demo class is a generic class, I can use my demo as per my requirement. Now see, I can store demo string boolean D3. I want to use the demo class to store employee name and whether that employee is having a job or not. True. See, D3.print. So third object is storing string comma boolean. First object is holding int comma string. Second object is holding string comma long. Third object is holding string comma boolean. I'm defining the generic type. What type of data you want to store in the demo? I'm defining by using generic. Demo class is having type. What type of data you want to store? I'm defining that by using generic. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Generics are used to achieve type safety. Read this. Generics. Generics introduced in Java 1.5 version. Using generics, we can write our classes, variables, methods, which are independent of data type. Generics are used to achieve type safety. So public void M1, it is taking integer as a parameter. When the method is taking integer as a parameter, always you need to call the M1 method with the int value. If you want to call M1 method with the string value, it is invalid. Right? To overcome the problem, we can use generic demo of T. M1 is taking T as a argument. T means type, any type. Here demo D, new demo, D.M1, 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 D.M1. Different values I can supply. Here we are going to specify type safety. Java program with a generic type to achieve type safety. To achieve type safety. Java program with a generic type to achieve type safety. Demo of T of obj, add T obj, get of T. So when I'm creating D1 object, I'm specifying integer. And when I'm creating D2, I'm specifying string. D1 can hold only integer data. So they have given a generic class for us. Demo class. Demo class can hold any type of object. They have given demo with generic. Demo is used to store any type of data. Here I am defining type safety. D1 should store only integer data. D2 should store only string data. Generic, multi-purpose objects are available. Demo class is a multi-purpose class. You can store integer data, or you can store string data, you can store employee data, you can store student data, you can store customer data. Any type of data you can store based on your requirement. So here Java program with a generic parameters for constructor. Java program with generic parameters for constructor. So here I'm taking a constructor with the two generics. Demo class I can use to store any type of data. All right. Guys, are you able to understand what is the advantage of going for generics? Are you guys able to understand what is the advantage of going for generics? What is the advantage of going for generics? What is the advantage of going for generics? Come on. What is the advantage of going for generics? Independent. Generics can be used at the class level. Generic can be used. If you want to use a generic in your program, you define at the class level. I'm using generic at the variable. I'm using generic at the constructor parameter. I can use generic at the method parameter also. You need to define them at the class level. Then you can use them at the variable level. You can use them at the constructor level. You can use them at the method level also. Generics are used to write the classes with independent of data type, and we can define generics at the class level. We can use them at the variable level, constructor level, and method level. By using generics, we can develop the classes, variables, methods with the independent of data type. You can define the data type, what type of data you want to store in the runtime. And generics with wildcards. In the Java, there is a concept called generics with wildcards. Generics with wildcards. Generics with wildcards. Guys, here we are going to specify generic. Suppose list is there, or suppose for example demo is there. Demo question mark extends number. This is a wildcard. When we are going to work with the generic with a wildcard, question mark is called as a wildcard. If I define like this, in the demo class, you can store any class which is extending from number. You can store any class which is extending from number. So currently what I have specified demo T1, demo T2. If I specify demo T1 or T2, okay. If you want to specify wildcard, I want to specify a demo class with a number object you can pass, or any class which is extending from the number also you can specify. That is a wildcard in the generic. So what is wildcard in the generic? Wildcards nothing but so what value it should accept, that we are going to define. What value we are going to specify. What value we are going to store. Suppose if I specify demo of T, demo class can hold anything. Okay. If I specify question mark extends number, Demo class can take any class object which extends from number, that is called wildcard. The above wildcard represents the above wildcard represents demo class can take any class object which is extending from number class, Like this, we can specify a wildcard. So going forward in the collections, we are going to understand these are generics. So I'm giving the introduction for generics because when we start the collections, we need to talk about the generics. When we are going to store the data in the collections, we will use the generics. So you should have some idea on what is the generics. Generics are used to achieve type safety. By using generic type, we can develop the classes which can support for any type of data. I want to make my classes loosely coupled with the data type. Then I will go for generic type. Now see, my class is generic type. Demo class can take any type of objects. Here I am defining D1 should take only integer and string. D2 should take only string and long. D3 should take string comma boolean. This is called type safety. What type of data you want to store? We are defining. What type of data we are going to store? We are defining. Perfect. All right. So with this, we understood what is generics. Good. Fine. Generic wildcard. What is the meaning of this generic wildcard? Wildcard will represent what are the possible values to store. Wildcard is used to represent what are the possible values to store. For that, we are going to use these wildcards. So if I specify demo of this extends number, the above wildcard represents a demo class should take should take any class object which is extending from number class. That's it. That is the meaning of this wildcard in the generic. Good. Fine. Next one, guys. There is a concept called enums in Java. It is very simple and small topic. Enums in Java. What is enum in the Java? Enum introduced in Java 1.5. Generic also introduced in 1.5. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in the Java. Enum is a special data type in Java. Already we have data types, primitive data types available and referenced data types available in the Java. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in Java. Enum is a special data type in the Java. Guys, as of now, we discussed about few concepts in the Java, right? One is auto boxing and auto unboxing. Auto boxing, auto unboxing, auto boxing, auto unboxing. And we discussed about var args, variable arguments, nothing but var args. And we discussed about generics. Now we are going to talk about enums. These all concepts and one more thing we discussed about callable, and we discussed about executor service. All these concepts introduced in Java 1.5. Auto boxing, auto unboxing, variable arguments, callable, executor service, generics, enums. All these concepts introduced in Java 1.5 version only. I told you in the initial days, Java 1.5 is the biggest release. So many new concepts introduced in the Java 1.5 version. Auto boxing, auto unboxing, variable arguments, callable, executor service, generics, enums, all these things introduced in Java. What is the meaning of auto boxing? Converting from primitive type to wrapper class automatically. Converting from primitive type to wrapper class. Unboxing, wrapper to primitive type. Variable arguments, when you don't know how many parameters we need to take for a method, then we will go for variable arguments. What is a callable? Callable is an interface which is used to create the thread in the Java, which is a functional interface, which is having a call method. Call method will return object as a return type. And we have executor service. What is executor service? Executor service is a concept to create thread pool. Executor service is used to create a thread pool. Then what is the generics in the Java? Generics are used to develop the classes which are independent on the data type. And by using these generics, we can define type safety. And now we are going to talk about enums. What are enums? Enum introduced in Java 1.5. What is the purpose of enum? Enum is a special data type in the Java. Enum is a special data type in the Java. Enum is used to declare constant variables. Enum data type is used to declare constants. Enum data type is used to declare or is used to create constants. When our program wants to deal with some constants, then we are going to use enum for that. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in Java. Enum data type is used to create constants. Enum is used to declare constants. To create enum constants, we will use enum keyword. To declare constants using enums, to declare constants using enums, we will use enum keyword. Enum nothing but enumeration. Enum stands for enumeration. Enum stands for enumeration. What is the meaning of the enum, guys? Enum stands for enumeration. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in Java. Enum data type is used to create constants. To declare constants using enum, we will use enum keyword. Enum stands for enumeration. Enum stands for enumeration. Got my point? What is the purpose of enum? Enum is used to declare some constants. For example, let us take out this program. Did I copy that to the notes? Yeah, fine, perfect. Remove this. Yeah, demo class is available. Now I want to declare constants weekdays. I want to declare a constant called weekdays. Then for that we will go for enum weekdays. In the weekdays, what I will specify? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thursday and Friday. So this is a enum. I want to declare a constant data type. Weekdays. What are the weekdays available? Monday to Friday are called weekdays. Now I want to represent another enum weekends. Another enum weekend days. So weekend days I want to represent, which is Saturday and Sunday. So if you want to declare set of constants in the Java program, then we can go for enum. What is enum? Enum is a data type, guys. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in the Java. Enum data type is used to create constants. To declare constants using enum, we will use enum keyword. Enum stands for enumeration. So what is the syntax for the enum? We are going to represent enum syntax like this. Enum, this is a variable. This variable is holding these values. These are called as constants. Weekdays, weekend days. Like this, we are declaring the enums. Enum can be created inside a class, or you can create outside of the class also. Okay, guys. So when we need to go for enum, we will use enum when we want to define fixed set of constants, predefined constant values. If you want to declare predefined constants, when we want to declare predefined constants, when we want to declare predefined constants, then we will use enums. When I want to declare predefined constants, then we will use enums concept. Weekdays, they are not going to change. Weekends, they are not going to change. Month names, they are not going to change. Any fixed set of data types, any fixed set of constants you want to represent, then we will go for enum in the Java. Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in the Java. Enum data type is used to create predefined constants. Enum data type is used to create predefined constants. Got my point? To declare constants using enum, we will use enum keyword. Enum stands for enumeration. Enum weekdays, enum weekends. Like this, we are going to take that. Like this, we are going to take that. Are you guys able to follow me? What is enum? Are you guys able to follow me? What is enum? Are you guys able to follow this? What is enum? Enum introduced in Java 1.5 version. Enum is a special data type in Java. Enum data type is used to create predefined constants. To declare constants using enum, we will use enum keyword. Enum stands for enumeration. In your project, whenever you want to declare some predefined constants, then we are going to define them by using enums. Okay, right. Enum characteristics. Few points to remember about enums. Few points to remember. Few points to remember related to enums. Few points to remember related to enums. What are those? First one, enum constants we cannot override. Enum constants we cannot override. Second one, enum does not support object creation. Enum does not support object creation. We cannot create the object for enum. For classes, we can create the object, but for enum, we cannot create the object. We cannot override enum constants. Okay, enum constants we cannot override. Enum does not support object creation. Enum cannot extend classes. Enum cannot extend classes. Okay, enum can implement interfaces like classes. Enum cannot extend the classes, but enum can implement interfaces. Like that, we have some enum characteristics. How to define a enum? Enum can be declared inside a class, or enum can be declared outside the class also. Enum can be declared inside the class. Enum can be declared outside the class also. For example, if you see, I'm going to create one enum with a name called some course. I'm going to create one enum with a name called course, new enum. How we are creating a new class, new interface, new package? Similarly, we can create a new enum. What is the enum name I'm giving? I'm giving the enum name as a course. Public enum course. Public enum course. Inside this, I can specify course like Java, Python, DevOps, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes. Like this. I'm defining a enum. So course, I want to declare a course with a fixed set of constants. Java, Python, DevOps, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes. Now here, weekdays, weekends, like this, you can create the enum. Enum can be created in a separate file, or enum can be created within the class also. Now I want to access system.out.println course. Course is one enum. Course.devops. Course.devops. I'm getting the constant value. So I'm getting the DevOps. For this DevOps, I can give some value also separately like this. Every enum can have its own value. Description we can specify for that. For the enum, we can specify some description. We can specify some description for the enum. So enum is used to create fixed set of constants. Okay. Come on, guys. What is the purpose of enum now? Enum is a keyword which is used to declare constants, fixed set of constants. Are you guys getting my point? Enum is used to declare fixed set of constants. Now, here we can access enum constants like this. Course.java. What it is going to give? Course, Java course it is giving. System.out.println of Java. Right. Printing Java. So when you want to declare a constants which are not going to change, any predefined constants that you want to declare, that constants can be declared as enum. Enum is a data type, guys. Enum is a data type. Enum is a data type which is used to declare fixed set of constants. Enum is a data type which is giving fixed set of values. For example, I want to get all the values available in the enum. Then course dot values. Course dot values. It will give course values array. Now for loop course c colon values. We can get all the constants available in the enum. We can get all the constants available in the enum. Course.values, enum.values method, enum.values method is giving all the values available in the enum constant. Enum is a data type. Guys, enum is a data type. Enum introduced in Java 1.5. Enum is a special data type in Java. Enum data type is used to create predefined constants. To declare constants using enum, we will use enum keyword. Enum stands for enumeration. Enum weekdays, enum weekends. When we want to declare predefined constants, then we will use enums concept. Few points to remember related to enums. Enum can be created in a separate file, or enum can be created inside one class also. Enum can be created in separate file. Or we can create in Java in existing class also. In existing class also. Now course. I have created course as one enum. Course nothing but fixed set of course names that I want to define. Fixed set of course names I want to define. Now I am going to access course.values. When I access course.values, it is giving a course array. When I declare course.values, it is giving course array. Course C colon values. Course.values, it is giving a course array. Course C colon values. System.out.println of C. System.out.println of C. Here, when we get that course.values, it is giving a course array. When I'm printing that by using for each loop, it is printing all the constants which are available in the course enum. It is printing all the constants which are available in the course enum. Got it? You can use this enum in the switch case also. You can use enum in the switch case also. No problem. Wherever you want to define a constant, there you can define enum. Constant nothing but a variable with a fixed value. A variable with a fixed value that can be called as enum. It is just to declare the constants, guys. Enum is just to declare the constants. Good. Course, Java, Python, DevOps, AWS, Docker, Kubernetes, like this. Java. It is not taking like this. This is valid. Java. Fine. Enum name dot constant name. You will get the single value. Here I'm getting all the values, right? Dot values method is giving the single value. So if you go for course dot value of course dot value of course dot Python, that single value of that enum we are going to get. Okay, fine. Value of a method which is used to get the single value of that. And if you want to get the single value, course is a const enum. In that enum we have constants. Course dot docker, it is going to give the value of the docker. System dot out dot println of docker. Values method to get the all the constants in the enum. Particular enum value, enum dot constant name, it will give the particular enum value. So here all the values printed and separately docker is also printed. So when you want to declare fixed set of constants, then we can go for enums, guys. Understood? Generics for type safety, enums to declare the constants. Enums to declare the constants. And next concept is there, which is not that much important, guys. We don't do that also. That is inner classes in Java. If you declare one class inside the another class, that concept is called as inner classes. The inner classes. What is the meaning of inner class? Declaring one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Now let me go for one class with a name called new class outer. I'm declaring a class with a name called outer. Outer class is available. Outer class is having a main method. Inside this, I will declare one more class called inner. I'm writing one method, void inner method. Void inner method. System.out.println inner method called. Inner method called. So there is a class called outer. Inside the outer, I'm declaring a class inner. Outer class is available. Inner class is also available. Sir, what is the advantage? Inner class objects can be created in the outer class. Inner I is equal to new inner. I dot inner method. Inner I is equal to new inner. What is this? No enclosing of instance type must qualify new where. Okay. Outer dot inner. I'm trying to create one class. I'm trying to create one class called inner class. I'm trying to create one class called inner class. What is the meaning of inner class? If a class is created, one class is created inside the another class, then that class is called as inner class. Non-static inner classes and static inner classes are available. If your inner class is created without static keyword, that is called non-static inner class. If you create a class with a static keyword, then that is called as a static inner class. So inner classes we can create in the Java. What is the meaning of inner classes in the Java? Creating one class inside the another class is called as a inner class. Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Sir, why we need to go for inner classes? I want to write a class with a few methods. Those methods should not be accessed outside. Only outer classes should be able to access those methods. For that we are going for inner classes. Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. What is inner classes? Creating one class inside another class is called as inner class. Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. The class which contains other class is called as outer class. Inside one Java class, we can create another Java class also. That concept is called as inner class. Are you guys able to understand my point? What is inner class? What is inner class? If a class is declared, if a class is declared, creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Inner classes are also called as nested classes. Inner classes are also called as nested classes. Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Inner classes are also called as nested classes. Inner class is also called as nested classes. If a class contains other class, then it is called as outer class. The class which contains other class is called as outer class. Outer class. Class declared inside the outer class is called as inner class. Class declared inside outer class is called as inner class. What is a inner class, guys? Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Creating one class inside another class is called as inner class. Inner classes are also called as nested classes. The class which contains the other class is called as outer class. Class declared inside the outer class is called as inner class. Like this. I'm going to take class A. Class A. Inside the class A, I'm writing class B. Inside the class A, I'm writing class B. Here, class A is called as outer class. Class B is called as inner class. Are you guys getting my point? Creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Inner classes are also called as nested classes. The class which contains other class is called as the outer class. Class declared inside outer class is the class which is declared. The class which is declared inside outer class is called as inner class. So here I'm taking class A. Inside the class A, I'm taking a class B. Class A is called as outer class. Class B is called inner class because class B is declared inside the class A. Class A is called as outer class. Class B is called as inner class. Class B is called as inner class. Okay, guys. Are you able to understand my point? Inner classes are called as helper classes. Inner classes are called as helper classes. Inner classes are called as helper classes. Inner classes are hidden from other class of same package or other packages. Inner classes are available only for outer classes. Inner classes are hidden from other classes. That means Class B is available only for class A. Class B is available for only class A. Any other class cannot access the functionality of the class B. Only class A can access the functionality of the class B. What is inner class? Creating one class inside another class is called as inner class. Inner classes are called as nested classes. The class which contains other class is called as outer class. The class which is declared inside the outer class is called as inner class. Class A is called as outer class. Class B is called as inner class. Inner classes are called as helper classes. Inner classes are hidden from other classes. Only outer class can access inner class functionality. Only outer class can access inner class functionality. Other classes cannot access the functionality of the inner class. Okay. Now, inner classes are divided into two types. Types of inner classes. Types of inner classes. So non-static inner classes and static inner classes concept is available. First one is non-static inner classes and the second one is static inner classes. Non-static inner classes and static inner classes are available. If any inner class is created without using static keyword, that is called non-static inner class. If a class is created with the static keyword, if any inner class is created with the static keyword, then that is called as static inner class. Static inner class. Are you guys clear with my point? Now, non-static inner classes are again divided into three types. 1.1 regular inner classes, and the second one is method local inner class. That means inside the method also we can create a inner class, method local inner class, and anonymous inner class. Anonymous inner class. We have created thread by using anonymous inner class. Types of inner classes. Inner classes are divided into two types. One is non-static inner classes and the second one is static inner classes. When you go for non-static inner classes. Non-static inner classes are again divided into three types. Regular inner classes, method local inner classes, anonymous inner classes. Anonymous inner classes. And when it comes to static inner classes, a inner class which is created by using static keyword, that is called static inner class. Let us see one program on the inner classes. Guys, it is not that much important topic, so we are not going to use them in the real time. Class inner, void method. Inner method is available. Outer class is available. Outer class is having a main method. Outer class is having a main method. Now, inside this, inner class is having a inner method. Outer class is having a outer method. Let me write void outer method. Void outer method. I will create inner I is equal to new inner class object, inner dot inner method. Okay. Class outer is having outer method. Class inner is having inner method. Outer method is accessing the inner method. Outer method is accessing the inner method. This is for class hiding. I want to write one class with few methods. Those methods should be available for only outer class. Now let's create the object for outer. Outer O is equal to new outer O dot outer method. When I access outer method, that is internally calling inner method. See here, a class outer is available, a class inner is available. Inner class is having inner method, outer class is having outer method. Outer class method is able to access inner class method by creating the object. Look at this program. Look at this program. Outer class method is able to access inner class method by creating the object. By creating the object. Inner class means writing the functionality which is specific to outer class. I want to write if I create a normal Java class, anybody can create the object, anybody can call my methods, right? If I create one normal Java class like demo class I created, anybody can create the object for the demo and they can call my methods. If I create the object for the demo, anybody can create the object for the demo and they can call my method. I want to create a class. Nobody should be able to access my class. Nobody should be able to call my methods. I want to write this class only which is available for the outer. For that, we will go for inner classes, but we don't use them guys in the project just for sake of syllabus. Java provided this facility. If you want to hide one class functionality, I want to create one class which should be available for only one class. Then you will go for inner classes, right? So no need to waste much time on the inner classes because we are not going to use them. Inner classes, creating one class inside the another class is called as inner class. Outer class and inner class. Class A is called as outer class. Class B is called as inner class. Inner classes are called as helper class. Class B functionality can be accessed by only class A. No other class can access the functionality of class B. If I create class B outside, anybody can create the object and they can access. If I create a class B normal, if I create class B as a normal Java class, what is the problem? Guys, if I create class B as a normal Java class, then what is the problem? If I create a class B as a normal Java class, then what is the problem, guys? Anybody can create the object and anybody can call my method. Anybody can create the object and anybody can call my method. Anybody can create the object and anybody can call my method when you go for normal Java class. But now I want to allow only class A to access the functionality of class B. Then you will go for inner class. When you go for inner class, what will happen? Only this class is available for the outer. No other class can access this class. No other class can access this class. Only outer class can access the functionality of the inner class. Only outer class can access the functionality of the inner class. Inner classes can be created as a private also. Private class. Can I create inner classes as a private? Yes, private keyword you can use for inner class. Private static class inner. Yes, if your inner class is created with a static keyword, then that is called as a static inner class. Inner classes can be created as a private also. Inner classes can be created as a private also. We can declare we cannot use private modifier. We cannot use private or protected. We cannot use private or protected modifier for outer classes. Okay, we can use private modifier for inner classes. We can use private modifier for inner classes. Inner classes. Good. So we understood what is reflection API, some generic concepts guys in the Java. We understood what is the reflection API. Reflection API, it is used to analyze a software. Reflection API we understood, and we understood what is garbage collection. We understood generics. We understood enums, and we understood inner classes. We understood inner classes. Reflection API, garbage collection, generics, enums, inner classes come some common topics that we discussed in the Java. These topics they may ask in the interview. What is reflection API? What is garbage collection? What is a generic? What is a enum? What is a inner class in the Java? So these topics we understood. Perfect. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll have regular class at regular time. At 6 p.m. we will have class tomorrow. Both online and offline class will be available. So we'll start a new topic for tomorrow. Collections I'm going to start on Wednesday, guys. From Wednesday, our collections are going to start. tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I will see. So if I get some time today, I will prepare some exam questions for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. I will prepare some questions for the exam for tomorrow and day after tomorrow. And Wednesday, we are going to start with our collections. Okay, good. Fine, guys. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow session. Tomorrow we'll have regular class. I will upload these class notes. Please practice this. Thank you, guys.